Hey, welcome to the Geek and I podcast. My name is John, and we are joined on a special Friday night edition of the Geek and I. Jeff is here. Jeff, how are you, sir?
Doing excellent, man. How's it going? Or should I do this here?
Oh, it's weird to see you on a Friday. Oh, you got the double claws.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. And also
we have shows.
Special guests tonight. We have actor extraordinaire. He's got some really cool films out in Streamingville. He's winning all kinds of rewards, and his name is Bill Victor. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good. Tell us a little about yourself.
I've been working hard the past 3 years on movies and films, independent films, and winning, like you said, winning awards. Like my big ones are Alien, Danger, the franchise with Raven Van Slender, and just came out with a Western horror, which I think you'd like. It's called Night of the Tommyknockers.
And where can we see these?
So all the Alien Dangers are on Blu-ray and DVD, Walmart, Amazon Prime. Everyone else for Night of the Tommyknockers is streaming on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Tubi TV, and then also they're selling on Walmart.
Very cool. Now, how'd you first get into to acting? Is that something you just woke up one day and said, I want to do this?
Funny you should ask. It was actually a Star Trek fan film that I did back in 2018 with some friends. And I think I kind of caught the bug of acting. I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of cool.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there one that Walter Koenig was in? Was that one of yours, or was that am I thinking of another one?
No, it was Renegades Almanara with Nichelle Nichols, her last film.
Okay.
And Walter was supposed to be on set, but he had back surgery. So they had to replace him with another actor.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because
I got to work with Robert Romero, I think it was. Romano from, was it Babylon? No. He was on a Deep Space Nine episode.
Okay. All right.
I think he was Nicky the Nose. Nicky the Nose.
Oh, right. From is that the hologram? What do they call that? The holodeck episode?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you being here and with us tonight from Geek News. Now is Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
So tell us what you do over at Geek News Now.
Social media. And I'm also the co-host of MCU Mondays, where we talk about everything Marvel. So tomorrow I'll be going to see Ant-Man, so we can talk about it Monday. And then on Thursdays, I'm also on another show, GNN show, Star Wars Cantina Happy Hour, where, of course, we talk about Star Wars. So.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've been wanting to, I've been on the Cantina Happy Hour a couple of times, but I lost my access to Disney. So I'm hoping it comes back before Mandalorian starts.
You don't have too much longer.
Were you sharing accounts, man?
Huh? I was.
Did you get banned?
I did, yeah. Don't tell anybody, though. We don't do anything bad here. We don't advocate that. We don't do that here. We're nice people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But tonight we are here to talk episode 1 of season 3 of Star Trek Picard. Now, I'm assuming everybody got a chance to watch the episode. I have watched it twice, and I can tell you I have never done that with a Star Trek Picard episode. I don't think I finished any of season 1 I don't think I finished season 2. I got up to maybe episode 6 or 7, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. But I have high hopes that season 3 is going to be good. So we'll start off with just a quick. What did you think? Initial reaction, first time seeing it, Jeff. I know you watched it, so what was your initial, like, as soon as it ended, like, what did you say to yourself?
Badass. I mean, I was like you. I watched it twice, and I never watched any Picard episode twice, except for this one. And I've seen the other 2 seasons fully, so I was really happy with it.
Okay, and Bill, I know you had some special screening. Can you tell us about that? And
I got so lucky to get tickets to the premiere at the
nice
TCL Chinese Theater. So I got to see episode 1, 2, and the trailer for number 3.
Oh.
And I was just totally blown away. I'm not a big Picard fan. I'm more of a TOS person. But when I saw episode 1,
same here.
I'm like, oh my God. It was just amazing.
And what about episode 2?
So let's spoil episode 2.
Do you want to spoil episode 2?
I just got to remember where it ended, right?
Right.
I'm just going to say that more characters are introduced and some awesome fighting happens in number 2.
Okay.
Nice.
So now you got my interest for episode 2. Debbie, what'd you think?
I thought this was the most Trekkie episode out of, the first 2 seasons. I mean, they were all right, but they just didn't feel quite like Star Trek. I mean, there were some elements here and there, but oh my God, yesterday's episode, that first episode, I mean, I think I smiled throughout the whole episode because
I got hooked so fast with the music.
Oh yeah, the music was I love the music. I mean, flashbacks to TNG, and I think they used music from First Contact, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
There at the end. So
Or the music's actually from the motion picture.
The motion picture, yes. From, like, Goldsmith, right?
Yeah.
Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah. But right. I mean, that's the title music that they used for Next Gen, the TV show, was the motion picture. So to hear it come back, it's a little more up tempo in the TV series than it is in the movies. I guess only because it's a TV show, so it was a smaller orchestra, and they only have 45 seconds to do the opening credits. But that's something I noticed about episode 1 is there was no title sequence, and I hope they do that continuously, because there's when you watch Discovery, you watch Strange New Worlds, you watch even season 1 and 2 of Picard, there's that computer generated thing of the ships just drawing lines and like maps and stuff like. I enjoyed just going, actually let me just show you here. This right here, from the opening seconds of this episode, this is where I was hooked. You know what that is, correct? That is the font and the exact written layout of Star Trek II when it says in the 23rd century.
Oh, the Wrath of Khan.
The Wrath of Khan, yes. Yeah. That is exactly what... It's a different... that was more of a hollow font, I believe, and not block lettering, but it's the same font style, the same color, and that is what hooked me in right away. And then just to hear the music playing. Let's see if we can play this without getting zapped. And that's from Star Trek First Contact.
First Contact.
Yeah. And then it goes into this oldie, I don't want to set the world on fire, which, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of and that's, I got a little scared for a second there because that's how they started season 1 with this oldies. And I was like, oh no, did they do it or did they lose me already?
Oh, the oldies music.
Yeah. Of when he's playing cards with Nita.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
And that's how basically they started season 1, and then they go into the 10 forward and you see Data playing cards with Picard.
You know what I thought? When I first heard the music, I thought it was Happy Trails.
Well, yeah, it starts off with doon doo doon doo doon doo doo, and I was like,
And then
"What?"
the Halen song came to my mind.
And I was trying to think about, was that it played in another episode of The Next Generation?
That's a good question. It might be from. I know there was a Crusher episode that had some music to it, but I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that before. Like, where did I hear this before?
Well, it also sounds like Data singing from what was it, Nemesis, when they get married.
Yeah,
So, was it Nemesis?
Generations maybe.
Oh, or maybe, or was it? Oh, which one does Deanna and Riker get married? Is that?
That's Generations.
So that'd
No,
be like Generations.
Generations opens up with them throwing Worf off the plank.
Yep.
Yes.
So
After Kirk dies, he's got to die first.
I think it was it Insurrection? No, Insurrection was when they fell in love again, and then I think they got married in Nemesis.
They got married on Generations.
The movie Generations?
I think so.
No.
It was the one after the very first Generations film where Kirk goes back in time and has Malcolm McDowell in it.
Yeah, that's Generations. They weren't married then.
No,
Yeah,
that
so
was
Star
the
Trek
whole
Generation, the
movie was
movies when
about.
they actually got married. It was that big scene.
No, I thought that they opened up.
They got married in Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nemesis?
Yeah, because the opening of Generations was Worf getting his promotion and then making him walk the plank, and then Data saying, "Excuse me, computer, remove the plank." He says, "Remove the plank," and then that's when Worf just falls
Gets
into
in the water.
into the water.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
I could have sworn he got
We'll
married.
have to Google it.
Man. I don't know. Google.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think it's Nemesis because they're in their white
Nemesis.
uniforms.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
It's been a
I
minute
stand
for me, man.
corrected.
Yeah. So Bill, what did this look like on the big screen?
The details were so amazing. The CGI, the ships, it was so much detail that you're like, if you're a props person, you're like gushing with, oh my gosh, I want that prop, I want that ship, I want that phaser rifle. Everything looks so good on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing
Bill,
these
I was jealous of you when I saw you posting on Facebook about going to see it first before anyone else. I was like, that guy.
I got so lucky.
How did you end up getting them? Is it just a lottery or?
Actually, one of my friends contacted me and said, hey, I got a ticket. You want to go? I'm like, I'm going. And I think it was like five days before the event, because I had no plans of going whatsoever. And she just had another extra ticket. I'm like, I'm there.
Now, did you dress up in one of your outfits, or did you go as a human?
I went as just a regular with a dinner jacket, tuxedo, and I had a Picard emblem from season 1 that just said visitor.
Okay.
But it was a red carpet thing, right?
It was a red carpet. So for them, it was a blue carpet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for me, it was kind of like home coming back to the Chinese theater, because 4 of my films premiered at the Chinese theater. So like, oh my God, this is so cool. But
wow.
I'm just a guest here for the Star Trek Picard.
Now, were you were on the blue carpet?
No, not for Picard.
No.
That was just for the stars, the actors. And then they had a little section kind of for special fans who had, I guess, special access that they gave them access to the stars.
So you didn't hang out with Patrick Stewart, huh?
I sat close to him. I think I was like three rows away.
Throwing your popcorn, bouncing it off of his.
Taking my photo, my camera.
Spitballing Picard in the back of the head.
He was awesome. He was on. He made a great speech to the fans and his cast and the people who shot the movie with him. He did a really awesome job.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did they have like a Q&A or some kind of thing afterwards or before where they introduce the show?
Yeah, so before they had the showrunner, Terry Matalis. He came up to the front along with Kirchman, and they both introduced and thanked the crowd for coming to Picard. And then, of course, thanking Patrick Stewart for being available to film another season.
Now, do you get the feeling if this is a hit, they might branch off and do maybe Star Trek Riker or Star Trek Worf or Star Trek?
There are just so many potential one-off movies for this. I mean, Commander Hansen or 7 of 9, she could have a spin-off. That whole crew of the Titan, I go, wow, that's a pretty good crew that they've got together. They could have their own adventures.
You know what I was thinking? Because the daughter of Geordi is there. I really think that's going to be a show spinoff personally. And if I don't see that, I'll be shocked.
And that was like the second time, because I remember in the movies, didn't oh my gosh, Sulu had his daughter was in the crew. So this was kind of a nice homage.
Yeah,
right. And that's what I have. I have a list here of notes that I took. It's not as long and cumbersome as Debbie's list, but I do have. I basically set it up as pros and cons of this series. And
see, I knew you were going to do that. I said to myself, I was watching it. I said, I bet John's taking notes. That dude.
I've taken more notes right here on this pad than I did in 4 years of high school.
I think I'm a better student now as an adult than I would be as a kid.
Well,
True.
isn't that the
I
way?
agree.
Because you always know, hindsight is 2020. So I have, I've already gave you one of my pros, which was the no opening credits. One of my other ones comes right after this. Now, Beverly we don't know what she's doing. There was this ship that, what is she's on what, the Elon?
Elios.
Or the-
So
is-
Elios is Greek for like compassion or mercy. So it kind of ties in with her medical.
Okay, so the Elos.
Elos, yeah.
Okay, not Elon, because then it would be electric. It wouldn't run on dilithium. You want one of those?
Sure.
So, and there she's stuck in space, so it might be electric. So apparently there's something coming along, and some ship, I guess, docks on the back. We don't know who these guys are yet, right?
No.
Now, do they mention who these folks are in episode 2, or is it still a secret and you don't even know who it is?
I do remember they do mention the race because there's an interaction, but I think that's episode 2.
Okay. Is it anybody we've heard of? Because I know they mentioned in this episode the Tal Shiar, which is the Romulan Secret Service.
I'm going to leave that as a surprise.
Well, they mentioned Tal Shiar in this episode. So,
Yeah, so when you see the bridge and the captain of that ship, I'm going to leave that as a surprise.
okay. Is it, what's her name from, because I know I've seen her in the trailer. Is it Honey Bunny?
It is a female. I just can't remember her name right now.
Yeah, from Pulp Fiction. Honey Bunny?
Is she from Pulp? Maybe, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
In the diner that says, every one of you fucking move. I'm going to kill every last fucking one of you.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that's Honey Bunny.
So she's in.
Okay. And I'm assuming that she's a Romulan because she looks Romulan.
She kind of looks Romulan, yeah.
So now she's being attacked by these folks. We don't
And I
know
gotta say,
who it
I
is.
love that gun. It was like a pump rifle.
Yeah, so that's one of my cons. Really, is they have phasers that are handheld. That when set on level 10 can take down a small ship in orbit. So why did the rifles consistently get bigger and bigger and bigger? And now they have shotgun rifles that, it's like, I think they needed something for Worf to carry to look tough, instead of the little remote, Roku remote that they had.
Yeah. The Dustbuster.
Yeah, that was the episode. The first season was the Dustbuster. Yep. So she's under attack, and she locks somebody behind the door, and I guess disintegrates. She uses the Mandalorian disintegration gun and just
Wrong franchise, man.
is that what it is? Okay.
But I gotta say, they're like the worst shooters. Those aliens, they're worse than stormtroopers. Come on, come on.
So you're saying if we had those guys against the Empire, it would be absolutely no casualties.
Yeah.
Except for somebody might trip and fall down the stairs or something. And
Right.
we've had one death, sir. He just fell down the stairs and hit his head.
Now, if they did that, they have to put in that special sound effect that was in almost every movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Did that
Bill, I think you know what I'm talking about. That,
This,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
The Wilhelm scream.
There you go.
Yeah,
maybe a crossover?
Yeah, there you go. So I like this part 1, and I'm hoping they stick with like the next one will be part 2, and there's another title because they go from this where the credits would normally be, and then right back to TV show, and that's what I liked about it.
But
They
when I
kept the
read
credits
that,
at
I was
the
like,
end. I like
is it
that
the
too.
next generation or is it the next generation? I got confused.
You didn't have
Yeah.
one next, so
Well, I think Jordy's kid would be next
Generation.
So I remember that photo. I don't know what all these things are on the podium, but I'm sure everything has something to do with something.
Yeah.
So
Picard's a collector, remember?
Yes.
right. And so here we are back at the Chateau Picard, and we are, I guess, wrapping up Trek from
Season 2.
season 2, tying up loose ends. And I didn't mind her character too much in season 1 and 2.
Which I think is his new love interest, right? Laris?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she is Romulan.
Yes.
And wasn't she...
Part of the Talsior, I think.
Who was the guy? Was he a Vulcan from season 2?
He was he
Yes.
was also Romulan.
Oh, is he Romanian?
I thought he was Romulan because they would work
I
together,
thought he was
right?
Vulcan for some reason.
The
I don't
kid,
know.
I'm not
right?
sure
With
now.
the kid with the samurai sword.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought
Oh, he was
Vulcan.
Romulan. He was Vulcan?
I thought he
Yeah, I
was.
thought that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Google it, Debbie.
Okay.
She's our fact checker today.
Yeah, we don't want to put out some fake news here. So another one of my pros was hearing that communicator chirp.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
That was, and I see a lot of people online saying, "Oh, this is just member berries." But you know what? Sometimes member berries are good. I enjoy member berries. If
Now we're on South Park.
if it's done right, why not use it? If you're just going to throw something in there for the hell of it and not have it be part of the story,
You should go back to where that. Because I like those back card.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys getting echoes?
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
What is echoing?
It sounds like him.
Us when we talk.
All right, let me.
Some feedback.
It just popped up for some reason. Oh, there you go.
Shut this down.
Debbie, what do you sound like? Let me see.
What do I sound
Start
like?
echoing first. Okay. You start.
The echo's not there now.
Back to you first.
I sound like an ass, so there you go.
Now John's got that part already.
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay, I'll hand it over to you.
Let's see if I can bring this back up.
Yeah, I thought it was
This is
funny
where
in
we
that
lose the
scene on the
broadcast.
bridge with the three of them sitting. I mean, the first thing that
Right.
came to my mind was, "Hey, no more counselors sit on the bridge anymore."
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing we should play because that's the one I love the most. the back and forth they go.
Waiting your orders to take us out.
Michael Dorn. I don't think I saw
Usual
Marina.
Suspects.
I saw Gates. Jerry Ryan.
But these are all folks that are in season 3.
Right, in season 3. But Sherlock was the only one that I really saw who was outside.
From a different show.
Yeah, there's a couple from season 2 of Picard that haven't shown up yet in the episodes that I saw there also. But nothing from outside the genre.
Right.
I wonder if
So
Will Wheaton's going to come back.
Right? He was like he was the guest speaker introducing stuff and having interviews. I'm like, oh my God, you invited everyone back except for Will Wheaton.
Except for
let me ask you,
that's so wrong.
the guy that she locked out, that when they went back to her ship, he says, "I'm her son."
Who said that?
The
No,
dude.
Beverly said that's my son.
No, Beverly was inside that
Medical pod.
You're getting
medical pod.
medical pod.
Yeah.
And then he goes in
They
there and
off.
he's got the phaser to Riker's head, and
Yeah.
Picard says, "I know you're on our side." And she's like, "How do you know?" He's like, "Well, because the controls are on the outside, and somebody must have turned them on after she went in." And
You need
then
a little bit more British in there, John.
Yeah.
just a little bit more.
Just in more, please.
He sounds like
more.
John Houseman to me.
Well,
So
I-
he did say
If you do your
I'm
John
her
Houseman
son.
impression, it's going to sound the same, right?
I think he said, "Yeah, I'm her son."
Yeah, he did.
So now,
And
like,
the answer is yes. Because I couldn't figure out if he said it before or in episode 2. But that is Crusher.
Yeah.
that's Wesley.
That's not Wesley.
No, that's just
No.
another Crusher. Because who knows what Wesley looks like now? Because he's a traveler and he can go anywhere at any time.
That's not Wesley. Is it? I'm trying to think his name. First name
No, I don't think
is
so.
what's the name of the dad? Was
Jack.
it Jake? Jack. So I think
Jack.
his name was Jack Crusher. So I think that might be a spoiler
forgot.
from episode 2.
So-
Jack Crusher.
So what? Did she have him
Oh,
cloned,
right. Did Wesley have a brother?
or did Picard and her, Vodio do before she left after Nemesis? Or...
I'm going with number 2 on that one, Debbie.
But why? But then why would he be a Crusher?
Well,
that's why she
John
was
Lucas
gone for
told her.
20 years. She didn't want nobody to know. So she just gave him her last name. I mean, single females do that when they have babies on their own. They just give them their own last name.
Yep.
I buy that.
I'd buy that for
I
$1.
see it's John Lucas' son. I'm saying it. I'm calling it right now. That's John Luke's son.
Doesn't he?
I mean, he even talks with a British accent for some bizarre reason.
Right. So why? And Beverly doesn't.
Yeah.
And you don't. A British accent isn't in your genes. It's not something you inherit. Just because you could live in South Texas, and just because your mom and dad are British doesn't mean you come out talking like this. So I'm very curious to see, because you did see the box in the very beginning when they're panning across before she had the firefight with those aliens that can't fire straight. There was the box that said Jack Crusher on it. So is that it said, I think it said Lieutenant Jack Crusher. Now
That's the husband.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
husband. So
So maybe she
and
had
that's
him
kind of
come
the
in.
same storyline as the Wrath of Khan, right? When
Yeah.
David.
David.
Yeah,
Never seen Kirk, right?
I guess. Yeah. So David Marcus would he's actually David Kirk, but to keep it quiet, she kept it Marcus.
Yeah.
So we're
And
borrowing
Kirk
from
goes,
everybody.
"Where's Dr. Marcus?" And the kid goes, "I'm Dr. Marcus."
Right. Yeah. So so we have that weird situation going on, and then that's basically it, right? They
Knock boots and what else?
that's how it ends, right? With him saying, "I'm her
Well,
son."
the unknown species shows up again. They found him. And he says, "We're being hunted and you must have led them to us."
Right.
Which I'm not sure how that would happen, but
Isn't there a scene with Raffi where she looks for is it the red lady?
yeah.
Yeah.
She realizes it's a statue. And when I first seen that statue, I thought it was Janeway because it looks like the statue in Bloomington of Janeway. So, but
It's actually Captain Garrett.
Rachel Garrett, yeah.
Rachel Garrett. Now, why do I know that name?
Yesterday's Enterprise in the Enterprise C, where they go back.
Oh, yeah.
The ship comes back in time,
Okay.
and she's fighting the Klingons, and we have to send her back to her death, which could stop this whole war.
Okay.
That episode.
And then the aliens or somebody, we don't know who it is, comes in and gets, I guess they have, what is it? What is that game? Portal? They have like a portal or they do a Doctor Strange where they zap it here, it goes into a hole, and then it comes out of a hole in the sky and drops down on the city.
Well, they Raffi, when she was talking to that Orion guy, she said there was a weapon stolen, some kind of technical weapon stolen from Daystrom Institute. And then she said something about quantum tunneling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that what that is? Because it looked like a Doctor Strange portal, but I wonder if that's what they're calling it, a quantum tunneling.
Why does everything have to be quantum?
Well,
quantum physics.
So I guess, is that like a time tunnel, or where you open the door and you jump through? I guess kind of like Doctor Strange, where you can just if you imagine where you're gonna go, you can actually go there instead of
because it took out that whole. I think it was a recruitment academy of some sort. I mean, you seen it drop, and then you seen kind of off to the side another portal, and it just dropped right back through.
Right.
Yeah,
that was just weird.
Destroyed everything.
Yeah,
it's like one of the X-Men's power. Where she opens a portal and she throws a punch and hits some guy in another area.
Who had that power?
It was the one of the last X-Men. It was a girl.
Don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, was it
wasn't Storm? Was it Jean Grey?
Not Jean. No.
Was it Phoenix?
It was like a secondary type of character that was like defending the stronghold where Wolverine was getting transported mentally to another time.
Oh yeah,
that movie.
Was that Ellen Page's character?
I think so.
Okay, because I remember something. Also the blue guy. What was his name?
He would grab somebody and take people back and forth.
Yeah, yeah. He had that thing too, where was that X2, where he's jumping around the White House, beating the guys up. But that's
the blue guy's character. What's his name?
Ghost.
People are going to drop into the podcast and we're talking about Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll have to ask that question on Monday. Can you ask that question for us on Monday?
I probably know who it is, but I don't have my Marvel notes in front of me. So, I got a notebook with all my Marvel notes. So,
He looked like a little devil. He has the tail.
yeah,
Gosh,
I can
know it.
see him. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you get old.
Yeah, that's why we have pen and paper now.
Oh, did you catch the tidbit? I can't remember what scene it was, but they were talking about the Enterprise F going in for decommissioning. I think
I
that
don't
was the
remember
scene.
that.
With
And
the
I
last
saw
one.
it twice.
Enterprise. Okay, so let me
It
see
was
if
right
I.
around the scene where the bombing. I mean, not the bombing, but the destruction of the headquarters. It was, I think, a little before that. They were talking about. I think they were talking about the Enterprise being decommissioned.
Let's see if I can bring this up quick.
But that was an awesome first episode. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm psyched for.
I was blown away.
I'm psyched for episode
I think
2
that's
now.
what you, John.
I'm just glad I did not see 8 races of Klingons. Like in Discovery, I was like, oh please, I don't want to see 8 races of Klingons.
Yeah, and that whole beginning with the Klingons from
Discovery.
Discovery. I mean, that's where they lost me right there.
They lost me too. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the Klingons, but they're like, no.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. Oh, my computer. I think I have a B4 computer.
delete.
While you're looking for that, I want to ask you guys a question. Now, out of all the Star Treks, all the whole franchise I'm talking about, what has to be your ultimate favorite? For me, it's like going to be the original series. That holds near to my heart. Nothing will compare to it. Everything else after that, for me, I have to take with a grain of salt. Which is your favorite ones? Start with you, Debbie.
Man, it's a tie. I mean, I grew up with the original series, but I really did love TNG. But I love them both. The other ones I could give or take. I mean, I like watching them. I enjoy watching them, but my heart and soul is with TOS and TNG. So,
Right.
But you got to pick one, though.
I can't.
See,
if I had to choose, I would probably pick TNG because just visually and the graphics and the acting's a little bit better, but yeah, I'd probably have to go with TNG.
Because of no Christmas lights, right?
Yeah, no little doggies with a unicorn on their head, Hey,
that was a cool dog,
practical
man.
effects, a low budget practical effects.
Right.
Get some cardboard tape and go. Shh. Bill, what about you? What was your one favorite franchise? One favorite show you have to pick.
So I'm with you. I'm the original series guy. Captain Kirk will always be my captain, but I always go back to the TOS movies, the Wrath of Khan, and number 4,
Yes.
The Whales, number 6, Undiscovered Country. Those are my Bible. Are those 3?
Right.
Well, to me, I think they're the same. The original series and the original movies.
Yeah.
That's together is the whole package for me.
Yeah.
So that's just your one. Because see, some people who are into that next generation and they just hate the original series for some reason because they were born and raised on the next generation.
Yep.
So it's
my kids were raised on the next generation, and I think my boys. I don't know. I think my boys might prefer the next generation. Now, my daughter started watching the original series, and she says it's goofy, but she likes it. So, and my favorite Star Trek movie, hands down, is Wrath of Khan. Only because you have that connection with the original series TV series episode Space Seed. So, I mean, just that connection between the TV show and the movie, I mean, that was just so brilliant. Hands down, my favorite Star Trek movie.
Now, for me, when I tell people about the original series, I always pick that one episode to introduce them to the show if they've never seen it before. That was the Jones Collins episode. I can't remember the name of the show. You know what I'm talking about? Where he goes to that portal.
Is that the
City on the Edge of
City
Tomorrow?
on the Edge of Forever?
Yes, the best Star Trek show ever, I think.
Oh, with the Guardians, the Arch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
when they go back, says, "Let's get the hell out of here."
Yeah, Kirk and McCoy, I think they both kind of fall in love with her, but Kirk lets her die, and Bones is really pissed.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim, I had a date tonight.
Now he was all crazy and hopped up on stuff.
So, Bill, you said the Enterprise F.
There's
Right.
a mention of it being decommissioned. I
So
remember that clearly somewhere in one of the scenes.
I had asked today, I asked AI to draw me photos of the NCC 1701G. And I think it got confused a little bit.
The hell?
So that's one of them. It gave me 3 or 4. I don't know.
Protractor.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a protractor, man.
It's a space
It looks
station.
like one of those aliens from War of the Worlds with the little legs coming down.
That second one looks like something from an episode.
Yeah, that one did pretty good. It's got the saucer section and a whale tail. That's for aerodynamics.
Fast and Furious
Yes.
Star Trek style.
I guess that's for aerodynamics, so it gets good drag.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And then I don't know what that is. That's kind of, I mean, I could see it. It's got the
Is it twisted in the middle?
It looks weird.
I don't know.
I don't know
Or
where
is
the
it
bridge
just
is.
curved?
It's got the main saucer up here. It's got the neck, and I would assume this is engineering, and it's got a tongue that comes out of the backside.
No, that's a
So-
turbo lift.
Oh, is that what it is? It's the space slide.
That's like, Captain John, this is your new ship that you're in charge of.
What the hell is that? And then this one is pretty neat. If you get rid of this section over here and just have this,
It's almost like
and
an
then
airbus.
you can see the warp or the shield generator, right? That's what would go there. And
The
then
deflector shield. I think
the
that's the
deflector
deflector shield.
shield. Yeah, and then this would be the engineering, which apparently is on fire inside. But yeah, that's what.
So this one, it's
That's
got
pretty
like a
decent
space
for
city
AI.
in front
Like,
of
that's
it, right?
pretty scary.
That's what AI came up with when I asked. Oh, here's one more. This one's actually pretty cool.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
I'm not
it's not
sure what's up with the line.
it's not a full realized technology yet.
Yeah,
Still
I don't
in-
think I'd want to serve on any of those ships.
It's made out of Jello.
Yeah.
It's,
It's a
It'd be my last
shapeshifter ship.
choice.
the G stands for Jello.
Yeah.
So All right. Well, I want to thank you guys. Overall, I thought it was an awesome episode. I can't wait for next week. Now, what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the weekly model or the binge model, where you can sit down with a couple of bags of chips and a couple of cases of Coors Light and throw some back and watch 10 hours of Picard? Or would you rather do it weekly?
I would rather do it weekly. I'm old school. Reserve Thursday night, popcorn, drinks, and watch the show.
So do you watch now with the streaming stuff? Do you watch it early or do you watch it late? Like when I watch 1923 or any of the Yellowstone stuff on Paramount, I watch it in the morning. So
it's hit or miss. It's like whenever I have convenience, but I really try to plan it for like an evening after dinner type of show.
And Deb, what about you? I mean, I know like Mandalorian opens
In
what
a
is it
couple
on
weeks.
it?
March 1st.
On at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, right? So
Yeah, well, I don't get it.
4.
Well, probably depends on where you live, but
Right.
for
I'm in
it
Texas,
depends.
so 4 o'clock.
It depends on the show. If it's Marvel, if it's Star Wars, when I get up to go to work and I take my shower, it's the first thing I watch because I have to watch it because on social media, I have to watch it before I get on the internet. Or else I'm spoiled, and I try to scroll back past things if they start saying stuff, but sometimes I don't get that lucky. So, but I do enjoy binging. Like when Stranger Things comes out, I'm watching that damn thing all weekend. So in some aspects, I like the weekly show because I'm on the MCU show and also the Star Wars show. So it gives us, time to talk about the episode before the next episode comes out, which I think it would be kind of hard to do if you binge it, because then you can't make the speculations and whatnot. I like to throw out theories, even though they never come true, but but yeah, so I'm kind of 50-50, but yeah, if it's a show that I report on, or I'm on a YouTube show, then I have to watch it first thing in the morning.
Right. Now I heard there's a rumor, and Bill, I don't know if you want to spoil episode 2, but I think Mephisto might be in episode 2 of Star Trek. So
Which one's Mephisto again?
I don't know.
It's Marvel.
Oh, Marvel.
With you, man.
But you know what?
That was one of my theories, and maybe 4 movies down the line, he'll come up, and I'll be like, "Ha! Told you so."
All right. Well,
my little Star Wars connection was 3 of the Jawas in Star Wars Mandalorian are in my movie Alien Danger, which it was so fun to listen to them. Yeah.
Which ones? Do you know?
Leilani Sue, Ariel Sue, and Susanna Mack. So they are part of the Alien Danger franchise.
Very cool. Very cool. I've been meaning to check that out. I'm gonna see if I can find that somewhere, because
give me your address and I'll mail you a copy.
Okay, we'll do. Sounds good. And then we'll review it. Yeah. Yeah, but it looks.
Bill, you screwed up because John's going to start critiquing it and get his notebook out and get back with you on it.
Well, don't you have is there 2 or 3?
There's 3 Alien Dangers now.
And
Raven Van Slender Saves Christmas was the last one, and then Alien Danger 1 and 2.
Was there a Christmas episode or a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Now, is that does he save Christmas kind of like Home Alone style?
It's a different type of Christmas movie you've never seen before. It's Christmas Planet, and Santa's on Christmas Planet.
Okay. All right. So
Huh.
And
I'm
it's not the
definitely
same.
gonna-
It's not the same Santa that you know either. It's a totally different type of Santa.
okay. That sounds fun.
Does he have a unicorn?
Why would Santa have a unicorn?
Well,
I'll
like
just
the
say
dog in
Santa
Star
has
Trek, I figured-
superpowers.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, every day Santa has superpowers.
Not these
So-
superpowers.
He has superpowers. So, Deb, what do you got coming up? You have MCU Monday and Star Wars Cantina.
on
This week.
Thursdays, and they both on my time, Eastern time, because I'm in Indiana, 9:30. I think it's 8:30 Texas time or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not good with time zones, so
That's the only time that matters is Texas time. That's the time of freedom.
You know, I just realized we're going to be watching episode 2 at the Star Trek cruise, which is next this.
You
this-
doing
Go
that
on
too?
I'm going to the Star Trek cruise, so I think they'll be showing it that Thursday.
Okay.
I'm so jealous.
It's gonna be
See
awesome.
now, I don't know
Right
if you've
along,
heard.
Bill.
There's a Legion M project with William Shatner called "Call Me Bill."
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's the premiere is March 16th
I think it's 16. Yeah.
at South by Southwest. So I don't have tickets. I might drive down just to hang out for the day and see if I can weasel my way into something. But
Maybe Angela has tickets.
maybe.
I bet she does.
Yeah, probably. So, Bill, what do you got coming up? Yeah, you said you're taking a couple of months off.
Yep. Star Trek cruise. Just gonna hang out with family and read through a lot of scripts. I have like a few scripts I'm reading through, and hopefully I'll start filming by the end of the year. But I have 14 films that just got released from last year, so I'm like, I did a lot of work. So I just need a break.
Wow.
So, what's it like? You have to, memorize all those lines. Do you ever get them crossed? And you're like, oh crap, that was from my cowboy movie.
I do get some of the characters mixed up, and the director's like, "That's from your other movie." Stay in character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you got coming up on the Collector Zone channel?
Well, I got some cool unboxings coming up shortly, but I couldn't do a video this week because I was busy writing code for my gaming system. So that took a lot of my free time. But yeah, it'll be soon. I still got to do a video because the video game I was playing about the alien from the 1950s. Can't remember the name of the game though, but it's fun. It's really fun.
Jeff has all the cool toys.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Well, everybody, thank you for spending some time with us. I really appreciate it.
Oh, John, before you go, can we do a salute? I'll take a screen print. Awesome.
Hold on.
Okay.
For some reason, I think it was Bill Shatner that couldn't do it, and he had to tape his hands.
He had to tape his fingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if I see him down in Austin, I'll be like, "Hey, Bill, can you do this yet?" Ha ha ha.
And he'll be like, "No."
I got one of them working.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I really appreciate your time. Good luck with all your endeavors. Bill, congratulations on all your awards and nominations and everything
Thank you,
you're doing. I can't wait to, we got to get you and a couple of the other guys that we were talking to during the pandemic back on the show, because you were in staycation, right?
Yes, with Russ Emanuel. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's winning like everything. I
The
think.
trailer is winning crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And they haven't even released the feature film yet.
Wow.
I'm still getting update emails about it.
I think it'll be ready in another three or 4 months.
Cool.
But John, thank you so much for letting me on your show. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, anytime. You know, if there's anything you want to talk about, you want to call from the set one night and walk us around. I would, if you want to be on the program from the cruise, if you got Wi-Fi or internet on the cruise.
Do they have Wi-Fi on the boat?
They have it up in the sky. Why wouldn't they have it on the boat?
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Send us some photos, and because I'll never get to go to one of those. So, well, thanks again. We really appreciate it. Those of you who stuck by this jumbled mess, we enjoy your time, and just give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you like. We're trying to do some fun stuff. And Deb, I saw Quantum Mania, so hopefully maybe I'll join you on Monday if Chris will have me. Until then, thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. 3-day weekend, right? You still guys... No? You don't have off Monday?
No, why would I have Monday off?
I
It's
don't-
Monday.
It's President's Day.
Oh, it's President's Day.
Oh, no. Nope, don't get that off.
That's right.
I
Screw
still work
those.
6 days a week.
Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We will see you next time on the Geek and I podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you
On the next one.
on the next one. Good. There you go, Jeff. That's your cue. We'll see you. Have a good night.
Good night.